Fasting is about regulating your insulin level to come down. If you're trying to lose weight and your insulin is high, you cannot lose weight. Okay, you got to bring that insulin down. And you don't need to be diabetic to become insulin resistant, meaning the body or the cells are resist insulin. That's why the level of the insulin in the body is very high. So, how do you do to bring the insulin down? By doing fasting. That's right. Fasting is giving your digestive system a break. Fasting is kind of delaying your meal instead of eating 6 meals a day. All right. So, for example, if your dinner last night is between 6 and 7 p.m., an hour after your last meal, the body goes in a fasted state. While you're sleeping, the body is on a fasted state. By 12 midnight, your blood glucose level starts to go down. And by 6 o'clock in the morning, the next day, they're down below, out of your bloodstream. So when you wake up in the morning, don't eat breakfast. You're only 4 hours away. We're talking about the 16 and 8 fasting. That is the example I would like to tell you guys, just to give you an overview how to do the fasting. So by 7 o'clock the next day, that is 12 hours. 12 hours, the body's on a fasted state. So you're only 4 hours away for the 16-hour fasting. So the 8 hour is the eating window. So when you wake up at 7 a.m., don't eat breakfast. Breakfast doesn't mean you have to eat breakfast. Breakfast means when breaking the fast, because the body's on a fasted state all night long. Who invented breakfast? The cereal company. Where did you hear the tagline that breakfast is the best meal of the day? From Kellogg's, because they're the one who makes cereals. So what do you do first thing in the morning when you wake up? You start your day with a cup or two of warm water. Why drinking water? Because it gives your digestive system kind of a restart, and also to replenish all the fluid that we've lost through the night while you're breathing. 70% of the body are made of water. So you have to replenish those. So hot or warm water. Can I put a squeeze of lemon? Yes, you can. It doesn't break your fast. So first thing in the morning is hydration. And then, of course, when the body goes in a fasted state, then if you're not eating, the body recognizes that, oh, Daisy is not eating. But we have to find resources. When you guys are not eating, the blood glucose maintained down below. When the blood glucose doesn't spike, the insulin comes down. And when it comes down, the body know where to find resources. It doesn't mean you have to eat breakfast. Our body is designed to find resources. Our liver, guys, when you wake up, you're not eating all night, you're on a fasted state. The liver produces glycogen. That is what we call the glycogenesis, where it produces the glycogen to give your body an energy to open your eyes, move your muscles so you can get out of bed. So that is the benefit of you, our guys, allowing your body to find resources for fuel during the fasted state. So don't eat breakfast, all right? Sustain it. What do I do for the 4 hours? As I say to you all, we have the product that be able to sustain that by taking the tea. We call it the Unimate, and you take it through the day. The moment you take that, it shut down the food noise. And then when you're fasting, what else is important? Sea salt. Don't forget the sea salt when you guys are fasting, because you want to make sure the electrolytes is balanced. So what is the importance of sea salt, guys? The minerals. The minerals from the sea salt will allow your cells to let the water in, to hold in, so you don't lose a lot of electrolytes. If you guys are fasting and you don't incorporate sea salt for your fasting, people feel lightheadedness or migraines or sometimes palpitation or nervousness. So that is a sign that the body is getting into imbalance. All right. Because remember, when you guys are fasting and you're hydrating well and drinking a lot of fluids, you tend to go to the washroom and empty your bladder every now and then, very frequently. Every time you pee, it goes to the electrolytes out there. The sodium, the potassium is out. So you got to make sure that those are replenished. So how? Using our protocol, because it's designed for fasting. Plus, the sea salt is so important with that. And then when it's time for you to break your fast, this is the best and the most important thing for breaking the fast, guys. On your first meal of the day, which is around between 11 to 12 noon, when you break your fast, you got to start with a fiber matrix, healthy fats, and protein. Eat your carbohydrates at the end of the meal. What are the carbohydrates? Carbohydrates, it could be rice, pasta, bread, cereals, yes, honey, fruits. These are all carbohydrates. All right. Meaning, if you eat those first, it turns 90% into glucose, which is sugar. Just enough to trigger your blood glucose to spike. When the blood glucose spike, insulin spike. So make sure those FFP, fiber matrix, healthy fats, and protein. Healthy fats, what are those? It could be your avocado, very healthy fats in there. So healthy fats, guys, is only converted 10% to glucose. And when you have the protein, only 40% converted to glucose. It hardly spike your blood glucose. Those are the first thing that you want to be taken when it's time for you to break your fast. And that is so important when you guys are doing fasting. Can I eat rice? Can I eat bread? You eat your carbohydrates at the end of the meal. If this is the trajectory that you have to eat your meal, I promise you guys, your blood glucose will be regulated together with a protocol to help you more sustainable. And then, of course, in between meals, what do I have to eat? You're still in a fasted state after your first meal. So keep hydrating and incorporating your sea salt. And mind you, folks, a lot of people are saying, like, if I want a fasted state, can I do exercise? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because by the second day, because right now I'm on a fasted state, this is my 72 hours that we do, and my husband do it every 3 months. Okay? When you go in a fasted state, you got to make sure go for a walk. Doesn't mean you have to be on a strenuous activity. Walking is fine. And yes, you can do your exercise while in a fasting state. So always remember, folks, fasting is not about losing weight. There's a lot of people doing fasting, but they're not overweight. Fasting is to give your digestive system a break so your body be able to turn and use the fuel which is being provided for us. So as you all know, guys, fasting has been a practice by our ancestors hundreds and thousands years ago. Our ancestors, folks, they're hunter gatherers, the hunt for food. They hunt for food for 1, 2, 3 days. If there's no food to hunt, they don't eat. But they're not overweight, they don't have diabetes, but because they allow their body to find the resources. If we do that, we practice that. It's so hard to do that now because our modern food environment has been changed. So, fasting is the best tool for your body to recover, to heal, bring your body to the state of metabolic reset. So, always remember, folks, fasting is not about losing weight. Fasting is a tool. It's been around for thousands and thousands of years. And losing weight on fasting is a bonus. So go deeper to your cellular level. For me, that's all I could share with you when it comes to the fasted state or why fasting and the importance and the benefits of it.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Daisy. We learned a lot from you. So she has been into the protocol for a lot longer than us. She is known to be in TikTok. I'm always listening to her because she gives valuable information regarding fasting, and she taught me how to fast for 48 hours, 72 hours, and I did it because of her. She even taught me how to make my own electrolytes, which I am doing so that I could do the 72-hour fast. Right, ma'am?
Yes, yes, yes. Of
Yeah.
course, homemade electrolytes you can.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time, and we appreciate you waking up very early. I know it's very early there in Toronto. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. So
Okay.
thank you too.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's move on, guys. We're going to uh, present to you the protocol that Mom Daisy is explaining. I will share the slides with you guys. Okay. Here it is. There you go. So the protocol involves this freedom by solving the #1 health crisis for Filipinos. So what is that? Most people today, guys, are living with low energy, weight gain, and declining health. And the real culprit is insulin resistance. This cycle perfectly explains insulin resistance because as Filipinos, we love the high carb diet. All right. So when we eat rice or French fries or burger, just what it is in the picture, our insulin is being released by our pancreas. Therefore, an increase in insulin would make our cells develop a resistance to it. That means our body gets stuck in a fat storage mode. When that happens, we will be feeling tired and hungry. And when we feel tired and hungry, we give in to our cravings and eat a high carb diet once again. What are the signs of insulin resistance? You might notice this in your body if you have skin tags, pigmentation, you crave a lot, you have fatty liver, PCOS, you have high blood sugar, triglycerides, cholesterol, belly fat, migraine, and acne. If you have three or more of these symptoms, chances are you are insulin resistant. And doctors in pharma, they're not fixing the root cause. So do you know, guys, what is the real health Filipino crisis? It's being obese or overweight. Just like me, like 2024, I was diagnosed obese type 1. This has been a problem of Filipinos nowadays because of the modern food environment. Even those who look healthy are at risk. Like 1 in 3 women have dangerous belly fat. Even if you're not overweight, you can see you have belly fat. That could be a sign of insulin resistance. 45% of Filipino adults and 70% of seniors have high blood pressure, and only 1 in 5 can control it. All right, let's flip the camera so you can see me. Okay. Even with thousands of coaching programs, health experts, and fitness trackers, we are still sicker than ever, guys. All right? We're still sicker than ever. That's why we created a protocol that you may be able to use. No? It's made of a fiber and a tea protocol. All right? It's two simple food-based product. All right? One is the tea, the other one is the fiber. All right. So this product is proven in more than 20 clinical studies in the world, including Cleveland Clinic, UNLV, University of Sydney. What else, guys? Columbia University, and a lot more. All right. So let's move on. There. Okay. So, all right. I'll just admit one of the, let's go back to the slide. All right. So these are food-based products that you can use when you're fasting. Like Mom Daisy said, fasting is very beneficial for our body. That's why we need tools. So I'm now discussing to you guys the tools. Now they are safe, natural, and has no side effects. All right. Most importantly, they target the root cause. What is the root cause? Insulin resistance. All right. Let me show you guys the graph. All right, so here's the graph. You can see here that when you are using our protocol, the glucose spike is regulated. Okay, you take the tea in the morning while you're in the fasted state to give you clean energy, to give you the needed boost to be able to fast longer. All right. And then when you break your fast, guys, you will experience the sustained energy and you will feel better when you start this protocol because of the energy that these kinds of product give you. All right. So next, we will see how this work. All right. You can see here in this graph again, when you eat burger, pizza, high carb meal like rice, we Filipinos love rice, right? A sharp spike will be seen in this graph, right? And what is next? The insulin spikes as well. And when that happens, the cells reject its function. So the glucose molecule stays in your body and you will be in fat storage mode. Yeah, the glucose stays in the blood. You become pre-diabetic, eventually diabetic. That's the problem, which leads to fat storage, cravings, and long-term damage. With this system, glucose is being controlled, all right, naturally. No, that is what is good with this system. We get natural products, not like synthetic medicines, right? That means more fat burning, fewer cravings, and steady energy all day long, all right? What is the first product? The first product is called Unimate. Unimate is a purified concentrated extract of yerba mate. Yerba mate can be found in South America. What matcha is to Japan, yerba mate is to South America. We don't have it here in the Philippines, but the product is here. So it's zero sugar added. It actually doesn't break your fast. It gives you the needed energy. Take it in the morning, it calms your hunger, keeps a clear, focused mind, and it boosts energy without artificial caffeine. All right? So, Unimate helps your body increase its own GLP-1. What is GLP-1, guys? It is a hormone produced by our gut. It controls your cravings, keeps you full longer, and supports healthy glucose control. It's actually the key for fat loss. All right? So, that's very familiar to us, right? Because millions and millions of people all around the world are taking the GLP-1 drug, which is synthetic, and it mimics this pathway that gives you the feeling of what? Fullness, all right? But these synthetic injections has irreversible side effects. What are those? You get to have the O phase, right? You know what the O phase is? And stomach paralysis is really in the news about this product. And also vision problems. I can attest to the vision problems. Why? Because my mom, she is taking these injections. It is prescribed by her doctor. And I saw how my mom was affected by this. All right. She has vision problems that we're taking care of now. Thank God, because of the protocol, my mom's blood sugar went down and the doctor took off the synthetic injection from her list of medication. We take a food first approach. What's the food first approach? It supports the same pathway from within, all right? We pair this Unimate with fiber matrix, just like what Ma'am Daisy told us, all right? Fiber matrix, which is called BIOS Life S. This is an advanced fiber nutrient blend, naturally flavored, gluten-free, vegan-friendly. A while ago, she told us, break your fast with a fiber matrix. Ours is patented, has 7 soluble and insoluble fiber. All right? You take it before meal to slow your glucose absorption by up to 43%. That's huge, right? Lower glucose response. And what is the result? No bloating, no sleepiness, no sugar cravings after meal. So that is what this fiber matrix do to our body. All right. So I would attribute decrease in cholesterol from my blood test from the fiber matrix. All right. It supports healthy cholesterol, healthy triglyceride, and cardiovascular function, which makes it a perfect solution for us to survive the modern food environment. What do I mean with the modern food environment? It means an environment full of ultra-processed food, all right? We survive it by using this protocol, all right? So this involves no strict diet, no calorie counting. You will not be strictly following keto diet, vegetarian diet. You can eat almost everything. But the key here, guys, is you are able to regulate your appetite using the tools that are given to you, right? These tools that are given to you are naturally flavored food-based product that cannot give you any side effects when you take medication for, the symptoms will only be addressed, but the root cause will only be addressed by this product. Okay, it's backed by real science, and the fact, guys, it's in Cleveland Clinic, one of the #1 heart hospital in the world. It says that they are saying that if this product is taken regularly, it reduces cardiovascular risk on a population basis and potentially decrease the need or dose for lipid-lowering prescription drugs. How's that? Diba? I am a user of a medication that decreases cholesterol. And because of this, I don't use it anymore because my cholesterol is finally, now it's normal already. All right? So, this product is the only natural product listed in the PDR, or the Physician's Desk Reference, which is equivalent to our PIMS here in the Philippines. When the doctors you prescribe us medicine, they have a book called PIMS. In the US, it's called Physician's Desk Reference, or PDR, all right? And the company who produces this natural product is the only natural product in the world that directly addresses insulin resistance and is written in the PDR. All right, so that means this system or this protocol is not another supplement. It's proven credible and recognized at the highest level of healthcare. All right, and all of these benefits for a very reasonable price. You cut all the unnecessary snacking, all right? And impulsive, when you order Grab and you always crave for all those unnecessary calories, impulsive snacking, which is not good for our body, by the way, guys. It is giving us so much problems. So with that, you are going to experience a net positive effect. For many, the system offsets its own cost and even leads to savings. Why? Because you are not going to order food all the time. You'll not be eating food all the time. Like for me, I only eat once a day, or not like before. I eat breakfast, merienda, lunch, and dinner. Now, it's only, most of the time, it's only lunch. I don't feel hungry anymore. I get to eat what I want, but the amount of food that I eat, it's not anymore like before, right? So with that, the product gives you a 90-day money-back guarantee. Why 90 days? Because it takes 90 days for your body to start the reset. Start the reset, because the reset will be, they will depend on the body type that you have. If you need much more healing, you have to expect a lot of time for it to really work fully. Like for me, I lost the 42 pounds in 1 year and 1 month. And I love that because I don't want a drastic weight loss. I want my gut to heal. I am focused on the healing process more than the weight loss itself. That means there's literally no risk in trying them. So you get your money back if it doesn't work. The products are helping helping people with life-changing results. Let me share this with you. The lady in red is none other than Crystal Bello, daughter of renowned dermatologist Vicky Bello. She was diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. She is suffering for it for a long time. And because of the system, she lost 40 plus pounds and reversed her PCOS. We have Jelly, another distributor who lost a lot of weight and reversed her type 2 diabetes, and distributors who will swear on the effectivity of the product. Here are the husbands of our distributors losing a lot of weight as well. With the guy in the middle, she's the only one who is working out. The three guys just use the product and you can see the weight loss in the pictures. Thousands upon thousands of lives are changed because of the product. This one, she's Nicole Hernandez de Los Angeles. You might know her. She's a model and an influencer. You can see her cholesterol is very high at 2022, 2023. Upon using the product, it became normal and she was thankful for the product and she's now a distributor as well. Joy Tagle, another distributor, she has type 2 diabetes, her HbA1c 6.1, an HbA1c of a diabetic. But after a few months of taking it, June, July, August, September, October, just 4 months, you can see it went down to 5. And now her type 2 diabetes is reversed. Another person here is Manpreet. She is also doing TikTok live like me. She has experienced type 2 diabetes along with her mother. They're both taking the system now and they are both benefiting from it. No more medicine for her mom, no more insulin shots. And their HbA1c is now normal. Vladdy Jr., pro athlete, a famous Canadian baseball player. He gained weight and that affected his performance. His trainer introduced the system to him and now he lost 22 pounds, making him a believer and a distributor as well. There. So that ends the product presentation, guys. All right. Thank you so much for watching. And now, before she presents the business side, I would like to give a proper introduction to my partner who's been really, really supportive and has been with me all throughout my presentations. All right. She is working for an Australian company and she is based in Davao City. Actually, she is my second cousin. She is the daughter of Tito Melet. And I have been with her within this journey. Together, we are presenting and helping people get their health back. Without further ado, let me introduce to you my beautiful cousin, Ali Tobias. Hi, Lee.
Hello, Ate Meg. Thank you for the wonderful introduction and presentation and for having me here. I appreciate it. Yeah, so welcome everyone to those who just joined in. Hi, my name is Ali. Yes, like Ate Meg said, I'm from Davao. So let me share you my story because I have a different path from Ate Meg. She was into weight loss. Meanwhile, I joined the protocol for a different purpose. So last year, the products got introduced to me in April. Crystal Bello herself came to my hometown to introduce the products. And just to give you a background, I was not really into wellness. I was not into fitness. So I was just there, listening to the presentation. I was like thinking, oh, this is great. This is nice. But then I left the presentation, the event, and moved on with my life. Okay. But come mid year, last year around August, I went through a stumble block in my life and I felt like I was no longer in control. So I kind of like um, fell into a negative cycle loop. And before I even had a full blown slump, before I even got into a full blown slump, I knew that I needed to change things, so I needed to shift something in my life. I prayed. That's the first thing I did. I prayed. I asked for new doors to be open for me, new people to be introduced to me, the right kind of people. I wanted to change my environment. I wanted to shift my energy to something more positive and divert my attention to somewhere else, right? Because I was going through something. So, luckily, Ate Meg, she called me. It was very timely. She called me around October. But, like I said, I started going through that personal difficulty in August. And within those 2 months before Ate Meg called me in October, I was already binging a lot on chips. I found myself eating chips every single night, which was not normal for me because yes, I'm a big foodie. I used to be a big foodie and I still am, but I'm more into sweets, more into like pastries and stuff. So those things were not normal. It was just like another negative habit that I developed during that time as a coping mechanism, I guess. So yeah, my mom, she was like calling me out, like, "Oh, I find that you've been eating chips every single night. That's not good. Okay, you have to change that." And yeah, like I said, Atemed called me up and she said, "Oh, Ali, would you like to attend another event? I know you've heard the presentation from Crystal back then, but maybe you just want to meet new people. There's like a lot of great women here, and our event is gonna be in a cafe. It's just intimate." So I was like, "Okay, go. Okay, I want that." So I did go, and finally I listened to the product presentation again, and I understood it a lot better at that time because I had a different mindset already. And true enough, I met a lot of great, inspiring and empowering women, which was what I wanted, to be in a community that was empowering. So without thinking twice, I got the products, tried them myself, and the first thing that I felt was the energy boost. It was immediate. Like the first day I took it, I felt the energy boost. And apart from that, I work from home because I'm based. Um, my company is based in Australia, so I work from home for an Australian comparison website. And every time I work, I always have something to munch on beside me. Like I would always snack on something. And then around 2 to 3 p.m. after lunch, I would feel so lethargic, low energy, and I always suffer from like brain fog. That's how I used to be. But once I took the products, I felt that I no longer suffered from that. I no longer felt sleepy. I was like more focused at work, more focused on the things that I did. I had mental clarity. And of course, I had a better mood, which was very important to me because back then I used to suffer from anxiety and I did not have good sleep. And all that has changed when I took the protocol. I had better sleep, no anxiety, no crashes. So that's when I started, like really believing in the system. And now I'm in partnership with Atemeg in this business because that's how much I believe in it. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you so much for listening. Now let's go back to the presentation. Let me just share with you how this can be a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you guys. Are we gonna like start at the Meg?
All right, I'm just going to open again the slides.
Sure thing. Take your time.
Mhm.
Yeah, so since you've heard about the benefits of the product, you probably have a lot of people in mind already who you can help with this system. Probably your mom, it could be your friends, your cousins, or your partner, right? So now you have also this certain market or niche that you can actually tap if in case, just in case you're into or interested in getting into the business. Okay.
That's
So
right.
what
So
makes
can
right?
you
Go
start
ahead.
the presentation on the business side for those people who would like to make it a business as well?
Yes, exactly. So let's explain how this can be a powerful opportunity. So this will show you how you can actually earn more, how you can create time and freedom for yourself, and how you can actually have a purpose, be more fulfilled by making other people's lives better. Right, Tameg? So
Yes.
before anything else, yeah, we'd like to share something with you guys. All right. So you can follow a simple duplicable system to achieve those things that I just mentioned earlier. Okay. But at the Meg, we'd like to share a quick side note with you guys. So if you can see the bottom of the screen, there's a text right there. Let's see if you can read it. Let's see. But probably you cannot because it's too small. Let me just reiterate what it says. This is not a promise that you will become rich or become an overnight millionaire or get any specific result. Okay? Because everyone scales their business differently, just like everything else in life. Right. This is true. Most people don't even do anything at all, right? That's why results still vary. Okay, so that's, the text below, it's just to remind you of that simple fact. However, if you put in, more effort, and if you're really committed and you're open into learning, apply yourself, put in persistence and consistency, you may achieve success, just like everything else in life, of course. So with that, let's take a look at how this business works. The company behind us is called Unicity. So some of you might probably have heard about Unicity before because Unicity has been around for a really long time. Okay? So it's been around for about 20 plus years, right? It's more than a decade. Okay? So it's privately held. It has 0 investors. That means it's not controlled by different investors. It is debt free, allowing your effort to compound easily. All right. Now, Unicity can handle the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to worry about R&D, laboratories, the production, manufacturing, of course. Customer service will be provided, tech support, back office, and of course, the legalities, like FDA certifications. They will take care of all of that. Now, they even ship directly to your customers globally. They should be updated. We are now accessible to over 60 plus countries. So if you have families overseas, like if you have friends abroad that you want to share the products with, that is super easy and possible because we are accessible to over 60 plus countries and we have over 5 global facilities. We have expanded already. Okay? Now, our role is quite simple. We just connect the people to the products. And the product drives everything. So this business is actually built on real customer purchases, not on signups. Just to be clear. All right, so that means you don't get paid by recruiting. Rather, you will get paid when customers order the actual products from you. All right, so on every customer order, Unicity shares a revenue through a clear and generous compensation plan. Okay, so where does the money come from? How do they do this? Now, instead of them paying advertising agencies, tapping retailers like Watson's or Mercury Drug, or like getting distributors or hiring celebrities, influencers, or like getting medical representatives with no ownership at all. Instead, they direct the money to us. And we are called network builders who create real customers, and we own what we build. We own the business ourselves. All right, so there are 2 ways to earn. First way is to is through customer income rather. So for every order or reorder on your personal customers, you will get 1,000 pesos. The next way is to it's to build a team. Okay, so if you build a team and your team, you can also earn on the customer volume from them as they get customers for themselves, and they can also help others do the same because like we mentioned earlier, you can also just use the simple duplicable system. Okay, so it's a fair compensation plan. Income is tied to customer volume, not position. So anyone can out earn the person who invited them by serving more customers and duplicating it. So like just for example, Atemeg is the one who invited me, right? But if I put in more effort, if I serve more customers and sell more products, of course I can out earn her, right? So there are two simple ways to get started if you want to join in. The first way is to become an income builder or a reseller like me and Atameg. So what you will get from this package is 5 boxes. That's already 5 sets. That's about like almost half a year worth of products with 3 drinks a day. Okay, so that's the value of that is 50,000 pesos, but you can only get it for about 44,900. And you can either use it, you can sell it, or share it. And apart from that, you will have lots of perks, such as your own website with a global link that you can use. And like I mentioned earlier, you will get access to over 60 plus countries. And you will also be supported with an online back office and analytics. Plus, the great thing about this is mentorship here is free, and there's a wonderful community support. At the Meg and I, we're not just doing this alone. We have Claire right here, we have Abby, and everyone who we met here. Like, they're not even our teammates, but we're still supporting each other. So it's a really great community. And we can always use a plug and play system wherein you can connect people immediately, just like what Atemeg and I are doing right now. We're presenting in behalf of other people. So people from our team can actually invite their friends and whoever they want to share the products with, but we are presenting in behalf of them. And then training is also provided here through social media, in person, or through live streams. In fact, I just got back from Manila. I was there for 5 days. I stayed with Atemeg and I attended what we call the Method. It was hosted and spearheaded by the owner of Unicity himself, Stuart Hughes. It was such a great presentation and it was for free. Okay. And then also there are some exclusive events and travel experiences exclusive to us members here by qualification. At the Meg and I last December, we went to Korea for a convention, and there's another upcoming event in April. If you qualify, it will be an all expenses paid trip to Japan. And last but not least, we have access to a lot of global offices. The one that we have here in the Philippines is based in McKinley Hill in Manila. Okay, so as an income builder, once again, you'll get 5 packs at the cost of 44,900, but you can also get your ROI by selling 4 of your sets. What at the Meg and I and the rest of us did, we just sold it to our family members, our friends. It's not that difficult, so you can get 40,000 back. Imagine 44,900 less 40,000, your total investment here would only be 4,900. And you're even able to use one set for yourself so that you can feel the difference. Okay? All right, so the second option is if you're not ready to become a reseller like us, you can just try the product for yourself as a customer. You can get it at 9,490, or that equates to around 315 pesos a day with already 3 drinks per day. And you can start with a single pack. And this is a reminder that it is backed by our 90-day money back guarantee. Okay, so there you go. Let me just pass on the mic to Atemeg again. I
So
think we
thank-
have more resource
Thank you.
speakers
Yeah.
here.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ali. And I would like to move on from the business presentation. We're going to go to our guests who gave time for us. And this is one of the distributors with director rank, I believe. She's very good. You can see her in social media. Abby, your health buddy, is her platform in Instagram. She is based in Puerto Princesa, Palawan, and she's with Ali during a seminar with the owner. The method is very powerful. I also attended that last year in Bangkok. She's a distributor of the Feel-Great system. Let us listen how she reversed her PCOS and diabetes. I'm honored and I'm happy to introduce to you Miss Abby Penelosa. Hi, Abby.
Hi, good afternoon from the last
Wow.
frontier of the Philippines.
Welcome to our
I
webinar.
love the energy because again, I do have my Unimate now. I'm drinking it actually. So I skipped the breakfast. So I need some energy in the afternoon. Instead of craving for something, I had my Unimate. Di ba?
Great,
So good
great.
afternoon po. And I'm so happy
Afternoon.
that even if you think we are small here, if we are just 6 people, but basically we love doing this because number one, we want you to get healthier. Yun talaga. Kahit one-on-one lang tayo o ilan lang tayo, no problem with that. We love doing this. So, my testimony would be, ang sexy ngayon, di ba? Ang sexy. But don't you know that I have been in 63 kilos for the longest time since 2022. I was diagnosed with sciatica. That's my first wake-up call eh. Ang sakit ng likod ko and papunta na ako sa mapaparalyze because the nerve has been restricted. Sobra na yung inflammation. So that's number one. And then came August 2024, diagnosed with PCOS and adenomyosis. Like Miss Meg, same
Yes.
tayo, no?
Same tayo.
So, with me, knowing na parang healthy naman ako because guys, number one, we are in Puerto Princesa, ano pa to, probinsya pa to. Pangalawa, fresh ang hangin, hindi masyado nakaka-stress. So, bakit ganon? 'Di ba? And also, pangatlo, I'm a breastfeeding coach and also I'm a cosmetic science formulator student. So, I work with natural products. Everything that I put in my body. So, my question is, bakit po ako na ganon? And the doctor cannot explain so much. Like parang many factors, stress and stuff and food and like that. And then when I was diagnosed, sabi ko, parang there's really something wrong. So I attended something like this 5 times bago ako nag-sign up. See, as you can see, we grow at our own pace. So I attended and sabi ko, I think I really need some support because this is not doing good. I see my child running and I cannot keep up because hinihingal ako, guys. Hinihingal ako and when I sweep the floor, when I stand up, ang sakit-sakit talaga ng likod ko na hindi na siya maalis with massage. So, it hit me so hard. It really came to me na parang, teka, pag ganito lang, kasi dalawa lang kami ng anak ko eh, and my mom is a stroke patient, like paralyzed siya. Sabi ko, sana nakilala ko tong product na to agad-agad. And then, it hit me, sabi ko, paano yung anak ko? Pag bigla akong inatake ng sakit ng likod ko, tapos hindi ako makatakbo, tapos halimbawa nadulas siya or naano siya. Alam niyo naman ng mga mommies, di ba? Ang dami nating iniisip. Sabi ko, hindi to pwede. So, on the fifth night, na sunod-sunod na Zoom, I pikit mata akong bumili ng set. Okay? That's the reality kasi. That I wanna share. So, pumikit ako, I bought the set, sabi ko, there's really something with my sugar kasi grabe naka-inflame. Bilog na bilog ako, guys. Siopaw ako noon last year, siopaw ako. Ngayon, siomay na lang, di ba? Ang liit-liit na ng mukha ko. So, when I started with the protocol, ang gusto ko talaga is talagang mabawasan yung inflammation ko kasi bigat na bigat ako sa katawan ko. Konting kilos, ganyan. Tapos konting kain, antok na ako. So, hindi na siya nakakatuwa. I think hindi na ako nagiging productive. Kasi napuputol yung sistema ko na I'm working tapos biglang hindi na talaga kaya, grabe ng antok. And when I wake up, iniisip ko na kaagad may banana cue sa may banana cue sa ref, tapos may donut doon, tapos nasa labas lang kami, merong ice cream dyan and stuff. Diba? Ang hirap. Tapos hindi ko na siya makontrol. So, going back, fifth session ng ganito, show the plan, ganyan-ganyan, sabi ko, bili na ako. Credit card ko na lang. Okay na to. So, I did. Dumating sa akin, hindi ako nag-fasting. And that's okay. Sabi ko, sige, hindi ako fasting. Hindi ako sabi ko, bakit sila nakakapag-fasting ganitong hours? So, on my 15th day, sobrang dami kong meetings, sobrang dami kong mga ginagawa, tapos nag-aalaga pa ako ng bata. Nagulat ako, sabi ko, 18 hours na, di pa ako nakakakain simula ng huling beses akong kumain. I was so shocked. Sabi ko, tapos the energy is giving. The energy is so giving. Na tuloy-tuloy lang. And then, that's the time when I realized, sabi ko, there's really something about this. Kasi wala akong pinilit sa sarili ko. Basically, inad ko lang siya. So, long story short, every month, I'm starting to lose inches of my waist and 1 to 2 kilos. Parang ganun-ganun lang. But, ito yung talagang pinaka-happy ako. May sciatica attacks went down. Nung first month ko, it was 2 na lang. Tapos hanggang sa nawala na. I've been in the travel with Miss Ali and I've been in Thailand last year. Guys, wala pa akong massage ever. Kasi I developed frozen shoulder eh. And yung pa ako namamanhid. So yun siya. Then and then came my 8th month. Sabi ko buti na lang nga hindi ako nag-give up. Came my 8th month in the protocol, guys. When I had my checkup at Makati Med, boom, ang adenomyosis ko nawala at ang PCOS. So na-shock din ako. Ha? Sabi ko, ha? Seryoso ba yun? Sabi ko, ang bilis-bilis ng check-up. Sabi ng doctor, wala. Just be healthy and then let's see after 6 months ulit. Let's check. But basically, na-maintain ko na yung weight ko. I lost 13 kilos. Nawala ang mga inflammation. Wala na akong attacks. Wala na akong frozen shoulder. Yun na nga, hindi pa ako nakakapag-massage. Kasi ganun, di ba? Pag biyahe tayo, pagod na pagod tayo, grabe yung stress sa biyahe, mga ganyan-ganyan. You meeting people and meeting. And then parang, ito na yung pang-relax mo. Wala na akong ganun, guys. Pagbalik ko dito, 4 a.m. yung flight ko, 10 a.m. nag-work na ako agad. So parang nabalik yung college energy ko, which I'm very happy that I did it for myself. So, I would like to leave you with this, that if you really choose your health, you are not just choosing yourself. You are choosing your family, which you love the most, because they deserve the best. And not just that, hindi lang po ako ang nagtitake dito sa aming pamilya. Yung kapatid ko po ay nakalose na rin ng 11 kilos. Mas younger siya sa akin, bunso siya. But she had been a product of GDM nung buntis ang nanay namin, my father, and my husband. So see, the protocol really works because it's the basic necessity of life na tinanggal ng ating modern food. So thank you so much for listening po and happy to be with you.
Thank you so much, Abby. I really appreciate you sharing your very powerful testimonial to everyone in Facebook, in TikTok. There are a lot listening here with the testimonial. We feel inspired that if you have that kind of disease, ako rin po nagkaroon ng adenomyosis and it's completely gone because of the system. All right, so we have another speaker from the Middle East. She is the sister of my mom, the youngest sister of my mom. She is a flight instructress in a very, very famous airline in Jeddah. And she is a mother of one. She is in the system for over a year like me. And I want to introduce her to you so she could tell you her story. So I am proud to introduce to you Claire Larabaster. Hi, Claire.
Hi, Meg. Hi, everyone. Hi, Ali, Abby, and Kathy. Yeah, I just want to share with you. Yes, I was in the Feel Great system introduced by Meg. All right. I was taking Ozempic and then I replaced it with Feel Great system since Ozempic has a lot of side effects and it caused me nausea, vomiting, and I don't feel good about myself taking it. So Meg introduced the Feel Great, and I believe it's a natural replacement of Ozempic, Monjaro or Wegovy, and it's more cheaper for those who are asking the prices compared to Monjaro and Wegovy. I think Monjaro is also available there in the Philippines. So if you're looking for long-term results, long-term benefits, and replacement for all those synthetic injection, I believe Feel Great system is the best replacement that you could have. Plus, it's all natural, food-based, it's halal, it's kosher, and it's FDA approved, I believe, in the Philippines. It's approved in Canada as well. It's available 60 countries worldwide. It's getting stronger here in the Middle East. And I believe one of the area that Unicity is getting stronger, I believe now is in the Middle East. So I'm very proud of that. And that's all. Thank you for inviting me over. Have a great day.
Thank you, Claire. Claire is also one of my partners, by the way. All right. So those are all powerful testimonials from very inspiring women. So, from Mom Daisy from Toronto, then from me, Ali, and Claire. So I hope everybody is inspired. I just want to say that the Feel Great system has changed all our lives. Our gut healed, and I would not say that it's a weight loss supplement, or it's more of supplement that gives natural healing more on the gut, because I believe the gut is our second brain. When a gut heals, most everything in the body heals. All right. So it gave us mental clarity, and we are more productive because of the protocol. So if you're ready to start your health journey with us, we're going to comment all our platform in social media in this Facebook Live, so you can follow us. If you're from the Middle East, you go and follow Claire, and she will coach you for free, and she will take you through this journey with giving the tools that you need. And we are very happy to do that. We want to help one person at a time get their health back. All right. So let me end this webinar by saying, nourish your body and mind and spirit as well. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others. We wear different hats every day. Like Abby, she's a mother. I'm a mother too. Claire's a mother. Ali has parents with her that she takes care also. We are doing our best to perform all the roles that we have. We are a wife. We are also a daughter. So we need to be healthy and strong. Let Feel Great system be part of your daily health habits and self-care. Guys, self-care is never selfish. You can never, because guys, it would be difficult to pour from an empty cup. And with that, thank you so much, everyone, for being with us in an over an hour webinar. We will be doing this frequently. We have a monthly webinar with different topics and different resource speakers. So we will see you again on our next webinar. Thank you so much, guys,
Yes,
and
thanks
have a great
everyone.
weekend ahead.
Enjoy your
Bye.
weekend.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thank